YouTube, Turtleags here, bringing you another AFK Journey video. I have a special guest here. This is LeleZero, who is also a content
Hello.
yes, who is also a content creator who live streams AFK Journey. What makes him like so? I would say his strength in AFK Journey. As a free to play, he obviously is someone who works with more limited resources, and he is very skillful in honor duels, which is a mode that I think a lot of us, including myself, could really improve on. So basically, what we plan to do is Zero will give us some tips, and then he will guide us through an honor duels run or two. So without further ado, Zero, I'll go ahead and give you the floor.
All right. Thank you, Turtle. So yeah, just to give your viewers a quick look on who I am. I'm an Italian streamer. I stream AFK. I play free to play, like you said. So I don't have many resources to compete on the leaderboards on the other game modes. But what I really like to do is to play Honor Duel. And this comes from my background. I always liked the strategy games, and like you said, like you mentioned in the past, MTG, the card game, or I play chess. I play all sort of strategy games, and Honor Duel just tickles the same parts, right? It's
Hmm.
just a game mode where you have to use your brain and manage your resources. Let's put it like that,
Hmm.
to overcome the RNG effects that will be thrown at you, and you
Right.
can fight to get to 9 wins and get to the top spots. I love it because it's always fresh. Every run is new, and I find the mode is very rewarding in satisfaction, right?
Yes,
I enjoy
absolutely.
it.
Awesome. And by the way, guys, Lele Zero is number one in his district for honor duels by with like a good 700 point lead, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
which is
it's
really
no,
impressive.
it's just servers now.
Mm,
Districts hit tomorrow. I
yeah.
hope I'll be number one in districts. I'll give you an update. I'm
Okay.
number one in my server by
Hmm.
700 points, and I think I will compete also in the districts, right?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
hope so.
Wow, that's going to be really impressive. Yeah, that could make for good competition and fun. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, I think maybe we can start off maybe before we enter honor duels, you can maybe what are for someone who is really struggling, like they spend 20 minutes in honor duels and end up going down in rank because so many losses.
Okay.
What would be like the top tips you would give someone who's really struggling?
All right. So let me open with this. When I started, even though I had all of my past playing strategy games, I did suck at this mode. So when you start, you're gonna lose. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you're going to lose games. You need to put in some practice, and if you enjoy the game, you will get much better at this. So this is number one. You're not going to be able to watch a 20-minute video and become top one rank on your server, right? You need just this is just not like just putting the correct characters in play. You need to play a little bit to get better. But if you know what you're doing, it will get better way faster, right?
Yeah.
So this is just to put it there. So there's no certainty in this mode. Compared to arena, where if I give you the top picks, you will do well.
Mm.
There's no or battle drills or the other modes. Um, Here, even if I know what I'm doing, sometimes it just goes wrong, and you have to learn and learn and learn and practice and get better.
Mm.
But after this is after saying this, let's go for the top picks. So if you start from 0, 0, 0,
Mm.
I would
Mhm.
say focus on building one team comp that is composed of one or two tank units in the front,
Mm.
one or two healers, and one or two DPS units in the back.
Mhm.
Of course, you can only play 5 units, like always, right? But given the faction you will choose and the heroes that will come up in the shop,
Mm.
try to make a well-rounded composition.
Mm.
Because I've seen people run 5 DPS, and of course you're gonna die, right?
Yes.
I've seen people run too many tanks, and then you have no damage to close the game. So
Right.
you kind of try to build a well-rounded composition. Also, if you can, you try and take advantage of the artifact, because
Right.
we'll see an artifact will be given to us. We can choose between three, and you kind of want to play around the effect of your artifact if you can.
Hmm.
And then with experience, you learn which items are good, which items are bad. I
Mm.
can kind of guide you on a few of the top picks for the items, but there's going to be exceptions that you learn while you play. The main thing is, if you play a game and you get stomped by something,
Mm.
try to look what was strong against you, because
Mm.
many times you can learn by emulation, right? And you see, oh, that
Yes.
that hero with that item was very strong. Next time I'm going to try that strategy, and going on like this, you will improve way faster.
That's so cool. That's actually one thing that I haven't been doing at all. Whenever I get stomped, I mauled. I mauled for maybe like 15 seconds, and I look at the damage output of my team, but I don't really pay attention to what the opponent was running. Or maybe I'll look at their
So
artifact and be like, oh yeah, they won because of that artifact, or whatever.
yeah, but it's not always like that. So there's many factors in this game.
Mhm.
So how you manage your resource, you have 3 hit points, and you can lose up to 2. When you lose the third, the run is over.
Mm.
There's also items that you can put on heroes, and unfortunately, the recap doesn't show the items. So if you want to see the items, you really need to see which items are there on the moment you click play, and you see at the very first beginning you see the items, then they disappear and they're not shown to you ever again.
Oh
So the item
wow.
is a really hidden part of the game when you fight somebody. But there's
Yes.
also positioning in game. There's also the artifact, as you said. So like you have to be careful about a million things, and they
Mm.
will all come together bit by bit by playing the game more
Yes.
and more. However, you're right. If you lose, don't rage. Don't
Yes.
say it was all RNG.
Right.
Just try to think what could have I done to win this match instead of losing it. And
Mhm.
this way, slower but surely you will improve.
Okay, thank you for that. I think we could go ahead and start a match, and then you can kind of just
Let's
walk me
go.
through your thought process. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit play
Yeah.
now. All right, so right off the bat, what are the first things you look for?
Okay, I still have to get. Okay, the artifacts now I can see them.
Yes.
So I see a fragment bag, a
Uh-huh.
Graglin mask, and a pure nectar.
Okay.
By experience, I know what they do, but if you want to show your viewers, you can click on
Yeah.
each of them so it pops up. So the fragment bag
Hmm.
is one artifact that's going to give your team a bunch of haste and vitality, and that is active until one of your heroes dies. Then it goes away. The Graglin Mask is a risky artifact that says your opponent starts with 50% HP on the battle, which is huge, but
Hmm.
then slowly but surely they will gain back the HP you took from them.
Mm.
And it says in 20 seconds they will regain the 50% HP they lost. So you're actually giving them some healing that they shouldn't be having.
Hmm.
And the Pure Nectar instead is one that only empowers legendaries and mythic units on your team
Mm.
after a certain amount of seconds in battle.
Mm.
So the first thing I see here is, okay, let's see which artifacts are there.
Yes.
Let's try and reason, like make a decision on these.
Mm.
There's also, as you can see, 3 heroes paired with each artifact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of give you a head start on where to go if you want to follow the suggestion there.
Mm.
My first instinct here, by experience, and it's not for sure, but by experience, I tell you, probably the fragment bag is a very good one
Mm.
compared to the other two.
Okay.
I've had wins with all 3. Okay, I just think it's easier to make fragment bag work. That's how I go about it.
Awesome.
So I would go with fragment bag.
All
I
right.
also see there's 2 wilder zeros there,
Yes.
and they are 2 of the most important ones because
Mm.
Hewin is a very strong pick in this mode. This
Okay.
much I can tell you. So if there's a tier list to be made, Hewin is pretty much up there. Okay,
Okay.
and Granny Danny is also a very good tank,
Yes.
and it's actually the only tank that the Wilders have.
Good
So if you
point.
want to play 5 Wilders, you need a Granny Danny in this mode.
Yes.
So yeah, I would be happy to pick a Fragment Bag where
Mhm.
they already give me 2 of the very important picks for Wilders.
Okay, all right, so we'll do that. And actually, that's probably what I would have picked as well. I have tried the Gruglin mask before, and I lost really badly with it because I think partly it was because my team didn't have the damage to take those early KOs. And so, like you said,
Yeah,
the opponent ended up with more healing than they should have had. And then Pure Nectar is one of those late game kind of artifacts where,
sure.
it doesn't really, it's kind of like you almost don't have an artifact for the first couple matches, but, it's a great
Yeah.
late game artifact if you can get there to the late game.
So
And
it's actually,
mm,
you said it's kind of like not having it, but it's literally not having an artifact for the first few games,
oh,
which is a huge disadvantage because you
yes.
get no bonus stats at all with the
Uh,
Pure Nectar. So it's one of those where if you see an opponent and it's round 7 or 8
yeah.
and they have a Pure Nectar,
Mm,
you can be scared because they're going to have a bunch of mythic units with a bunch of stats on top. But
yes.
if you see Pure Nectar on round 1, you can, I mean, you can be very happy, right? They play
Yeah.
without an artifact.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, let's pick the fragment bag and see
Okay.
if we can make it work.
All right, sounds good. And so, from my experience playtesting, I found that in a situation like this, I really want to have as much of a full set of a Wilder team as possible for the faction bonus, as well as to start, focusing the direction of my team towards Wilder. And with the top right here, there is a refresh button where I can click it, and I'm kind of digging for the 3 Wilder, packs, if you will. Is that something you typically do as well?
So yes, the one of the most important things is to build a well-rounded team, and the
Mm-hmm.
bonus faction is part of building a well-rounded team.
Mm-hmm.
Because for running 5 welders, you get a much better bonus than running, let's say, 3+1+1 of other factions.
Right.
So that is also what I try to do.
Mm.
Now there are exceptions in this game mode. There's occasions in which splashing a hero from a different faction is a very good thing to do. But in
Mm.
this particular situation, I would go to search for 3 more wilder cards.
Okay.
There's also advanced strategies, but it's not time for those right now. Just know that there's different possibilities you can experiment in the beginning of the game.
Yes.
We will try to refresh and see if a wilder's pack comes up.
All right, sounds good. So I'll go ahead and refresh once. And we got unlucky there, but I think we can probably refresh again, right?
Yeah, so there's a few turning points here.
Okay.
So you see the pack costs 33,
Yes.
and so you can roll pretty freely. The only bad thing that can happen is that if you buy a Wilder's pack and there's a bunch of Granny Danny or Haven in there, you actually end up not having 5 years to play, right?
Yes, that
So
has happened
that
to
can
me
happen.
once.
It can happen. It's unlucky, but we're gonna try a few more refreshes.
Okay,
Um,
sounds good. Oh, we got it. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and open that pack.
okay, sure.
Okay. So in a situation like this, one thing I've always been curious about is there ever a time when you roll the question mark, or in this case, would you just save the 21 and go into battle?
All right, so this is a tough question. It comes with experience,
Mm.
although you kind of look at your team. Do you have a well-rounded composition? Now, we are kind of lacking a tank because we only have one
Mm.
to protect us in the front. There's only Granny Danny.
Oh.
We have 2 healers and 2 backliners, of which, in particular, Arden really shines when he's on mythic level,
Yeah.
whereas many others can be stronger in the beginning. For example, Brian and Laika for the Wilders faction are
Oh.
stronger in the early game.
Yes.
So we are a little bit on the weak side right now, right? Because
Okay.
we have a carry that shines when he's mythic and he's not right now,
Yeah.
and we only have one tank. So we
Mm.
kind of have a little bit of a problem here.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be too scared. I would try one match and keeping my 21 coins.
Okay.
My decision is based on one particular thing. If you see where there's the duel store, there's
Okay.
also an info icon. If you click on the info icon on the duel store, you see that the duel store has levels,
Oh.
and it does get better with rounds.
Mhm.
So if you can keep your 21 coins and spend the coins on the next few rounds, those coins are going to be spent on a dual store that's updated, that's offering better items, for example. So if you can manage to keep a few coins for the next rounds, it's usually a good thing, because then you're going to spend those coins on a better store.
I
So
never
I would
thought
try
of
and
it
match
that
those.
way. That's a very good point. Yeah, I'd never thought of it like the dual store is leveling up. But that is true. I have noticed that once you hit, 3 or 4 battles, then the items do change quite a bit, and
Yeah.
particularly the
If you got it,
artifacts.
click on the number one on dual store. If you click the number one,
Okay.
does it pop up?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, so it says
Okay,
the
so
quality
you
of.
see after one battle you get level 2 shop, and after 3 battles you get level 3 shop. Level 3 shop is very important in this game because it starts giving you many purple items, which are the 20 gold items, and there's a bunch of those that are very good. So we will try to keep our coins for level 3 shop, so after 3 battles, as much as we can, of course. We don't want to lose before getting there.
Sounds good, sounds good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start the match.
Sure, let's match. Now I have a little bit of delay.
Okay.
I can teach you basic position things in this mode,
Yeah.
as opposed to arena or other things. You don't see what the opponent is doing. There's little bit of hidden position.
I'm kind of
right?
nervous about this
So-
matchup. He has a breeze rider, and that's one of my
Okay.
dreaded
So yeah,
artifacts to face.
you should be looking at what the opponent does. Okay, very good. It's on the screen, and it's a good map because it only has one way of going on. So we have one tank, and it's good.
Okay.
If it was an open map with more than one lane, only one tank is a problem, right?
Yes.
So I would place the Granny Danny in front, and I would also place probably Damien in the back, just 2 spots behind the Granny Danny.
Okay.
And Arden, I would say on the other back line.
Like
So Damien
here.
2 spots behind, and Arden 2 spots on the right of Damien, also on the backliners.
Oh, 2 spots on the right of Damien, like that?
Of Damien, yeah, it's just on the back, but I would go right of Damien. This is because I don't want them all to be packed up for AoE effects. And also, I want to keep my healer, which is a very important thing, my Hewen. I want to keep it for round 2, so I can see if there's something dangerous I have to hide from, right?
Okay.
So now there's nothing really too dangerous, but maybe a Vala can show up,
Yes,
and
I
you
was
don't want to put
thinking
your
that.
healer where Vala hits her.
Okay.
So now you can just complete positioning by putting the healer, just I say, in the middle. Let's
Okay.
put it
Yeah, right
in the middle of
behind
the pack,
Granny.
and just a normal positioning for Merrily. There's nothing too big going on in this
So maybe like over here.
particular instance.
Is this positioning okay?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Right.
You would only try to hide your important units from opposing Valas or Sylvanas maybe that might show up, right? So you don't want to put on round 1, you don't want to put your healer in, and then you find stuck with the Vala hitting your healer, and then you just die.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. So usually you won't put your healers during the first round of selection. Oh yeah, and there's the Vala, yeah.
Okay, well, it did happen, but we couldn't know about that. So
yeah, I mean, the Breeze Rider, in my opinion, is the best artifact besides Bone Scroll. Yeah, so I'm not surprised we lost.
There's a bunch of top artifacts. There's a bunch of top art, and Breezer is on top there. So we got steamrolled by a very good artifact.
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah.
Now we have 60 coins though to use, right?
Yes, that's
we
right.
can try and get a better team.
Okay.
Breeze is OP in early rounds, says your chat, and they are right.
Yeah. Basically, what Breeze Rider does is it does AoE. It's basically a Star Shard spell that activates every couple seconds against your opponent. But the trade-off is you cannot cast your ultimates. All your ultimate energy goes towards repeatedly Star Sharding your opponent to death. And yeah, it gets out of control.
Early on, the Star Shard is very damaging, right? It just kills your team. So we've been pretty lucky because there's two things I see that are very good. One is another Wilder pack, and one is an item for 20 coins that is called Gaze of Power. The Gaze of Power item is a very strong one, and it says your hero can cast the ultimate for 1 time for free, and then they will have 10 seconds of reduced damage. Although if you put the Gaze of Power on a healer, which doesn't really deal damage at all, you just get a free ultimate with that. So I would certainly snap the Gaze of Power and put it on Hewin, because that's the main target for Gaze of Power.
Okay.
And also with the remaining coins we have, I would then buy the 33 pack, right?
Right.
And see what happens.
Oh, Parisa. I love Parisa. Nice. So we actually
I still have 1 second before I can see what happens.
Okay, yeah, I got a Parisa.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay, so now we finally have a full Wilders comp, at least, right? Yes, we are still kind of missing one piece, I think, for a good, well-rounded Wilder comp, which is Florabelle.
Yes, I was thinking that too.
She's first of all, she's very strong, and she's actually of the warrior class, which means she's a little bit tankier than your usual DPS, right? And also, she does create all of those floral puppets on the ground, and they tend to attract the enemies, so they soak up damage. So she's not a real tank, but she's kind of an off tank for your faction, right? Because she can deviate some of the damage you're going to take on the puppets.
I never thought of it that way. That's right.
At least we have 5 Wilders, which is better than running with Merrily.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now the other decision we have to make is we have no coins for Damien.
Right.
Would you? Because you see there's a lock symbol, you can lock things in the shop for the next round. So if we wanted, we could lock the Damien, because we have no coins for Damien right now, just to buy it later. Now the thing is, do we want the Damien though? that's a question. And in this particular situation, I feel like we don't really want the Damien.
Okay.
So I wouldn't lock it. We will play Damien now because we have 5 Wilders, but as soon as we can find Brian, Laika, Flora, something else, we'll probably slot something else in. So I would just match like this in this situation.
Okay, sounds good. And that's what I wanted to know too. I mean, there were 2 things that you talked about that I wouldn't have thought of. One was picking up a purple artifact. For some reason, I tend to focus more on acquiring copies of the character to level them up, and the only artifacts I end up buying are the 40 cost ones at the end that are OP. But it does, I mean, I do lose quite a few matches along the way, so sometimes I don't even get there. The other thing too is that whenever I see a character belonging to my faction, doesn't matter if I'm going to use them on the team or not, I end up just snagging them or locking them. So, us not locking Damien for the purpose of just, thinking, okay, what is the team that I ultimately want to form? I think that's very valuable what you mentioned.
Yeah, you actually highlighted one thing that I do automatically, and I didn't even think about it. But you're right. When you're in the beginning, it kind of looks like every hero you are using is worth picking up. Instead, how I go for this is, what's my final team comp? How do I want to play this run as a whole? And in my final team comp, in my mind, Damien wasn't there, so it's not worth it to keep a slot, let alone spend 15 more coins on it, right?
Right.
Of course, when something happens from the random pick, maybe on the 33 card you get 2 diamonds, then it goes to legendary. Then maybe you have to shift your plan and say, okay, well, I got legendary for free basically. Let's try to find a strategy to put this diamond in place because we have it at legendary now. But if it's my coins I use purposely, I have to think about the final team comp. And in my final team comp, he wasn't there. That's my idea.
I see. So, like, if hypothetically all the rolls went into our favor, the final team comp would be Granny, Haywin. Would it be like, yeah, and Florbell as an off tank kind of ish, along with crowd control, and then the last two, would it be like Parisa and Arden, or Brian?
It can be. If you can reach late game like that, it's a very strong team comp. You missed naming, you missed Damien, which I already told you I don't really plan to play. And also there were Laika and Brian in this game mode available at this time. And Laika and Brian are stronger early game. They're not in your final ideal team comp in the end of the game. So we already have a few picks for the late game. This means we're a little bit weaker now, but if we can make it past around 4 or 5, we start getting stronger than compared to having Brian or Laika. So yeah, in this situation, we already have kind of an idea of where we want to go. I just would like to substitute Damien with Flora once we find one. But it's not going to happen for sure, right? We will see what the shop gives us.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll go ahead and do a match. And so for the first 3 units, we put a tank, and then what other 2 units would we put in? Like the Dunyan in the back, and then would it be like an Arden or Parisa?
Exactly. In this position, I would put exactly 3 like those and keep my Hewin and keep probably Parisa, which is the best carry I have.
True.
Although this specific map does give you an option. You can put the Granny on top, and you can also put, for example, Parisa hidden on the side, the backwards of the 2 spots that are on the side over the wall.
Like that
and
one?
Also you can put Damian very far in the back.
Okay.
And you are pretty safe because on the left side of the wall there's very little things that can target there.
Right.
So Parisa will be pretty safe there. And Damien is always, getting out of the map on his own, so it's not really a target.
Yes.
So yeah, we can safely place those 3 in the beginning, and we shouldn't have too many problems given by positioning right now.
Got it.
We still have an option to hide someone else on the left, right?
Yeah.
So we have options here.
Okay. So we're facing a Mauler team. So in this case, we'll put Haywin behind Granny, right?
All right. So we have a problem, which is Maulers, and they have faction bonus against Wilders, right?
Oh,
we're going to try to overcome that. I think Haywin goes one more to the left, because you see that Brutus is going to come straight for her.
Ah, true. I didn't think of that. Okay.
You don't really want to lose your healer that early. Even more in the back, I would say. I would go as far as going at least one more back near Damien. And then I don't know if that's enough, but I would go there.
Okay.
And then Arden probably just behind the Hewin. And yeah, I would just cross my fingers because Maulers early on are very powerful, especially with the typing advantage against us. So I don't know. I hope we're not about to go 0-3 on this run.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I have faith in Parisa. She's a beast. We'll see.
Yeah, but epic rarity is kind of difficult for her to shine, right? Although you've seen, as soon as the battle starts, he will cast the ultimate, so she can kind of start healing from the beginning, and that means it's that much more difficult for the opponents to get a kill on your units because you start healing immediately.
I see.
That's why I was looking forward to pick the purple item.
Yeah. Hewin has the artifact that helps her ult in the beginning. Snacks. Yeah, frequent bag is OP. Yeah. So basically with the fragrant bag, everyone has 30 haste and 40 vitality so long as everyone's alive. Wow, that actually went pretty well.
Nice. So yeah, we were able to 5-0 a Maulers team, which is okay. Also, it was very close though, because Granny got very close to dying a few times.
True.
And that's like 1 inch from losing 5-0. Okay.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean this was with double healers as well. Ooh, okay, this is looking pretty good. Full type of disadvantage win, nice. Okay.
So in your of course, in your shop now you have a Hewin, which is an upgrade. So I would certainly
pick that. Okay, so now she's
also we can buy the Flora, which is part of our ideal team comp, right?
Yep, that's right.
And in this game mode, you can sell heroes you don't use anymore.
Mm.
But in this occasion, I would keep the diamond just a little bit for a few seconds.
Mm.
Oh, we also have a choice to make. That's good. I would keep the diamond for a few seconds because maybe you see a matchup where you kind of need your second healer and you still have the option to fill the diamond, right? So don't
Yeah.
sell the diamond immediately if you don't need the coins, right?
Yes,
So we
correct.
have to make a choice, and there's one that regards
Oh,
wilders.
yep. So we're gonna, of course, pick the Wilders.
So yeah, of course you pick the most the ones that make. There's usually two choices, and one makes more sense than the other. So just
Yes. That
just
was
go
an
with that.
obvious one. Okay, and then we go ahead and pick Florbell.
Of course, we buy Flora. We
Yep.
have another option.
Excellent.
I see in chat they're asking if Hewin does provide damage reduction to your team when she ultis,
Oh.
and that only happens on mythic level. So on legendary, she only heals. On mythic, she would also provide 36% damage reduction to all the team while it's raining on her ulti. So yeah, that's not unlocked just yet, but it will be if we can reach the mythic status on Hewin.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So at this point, will we just go into the match and save the 18? Because you had mentioned earlier reaching the level 3 duel store. Like right now it's level 2, but once we reach level 3, the rewards become a lot better, right?
Yeah. So the only thing I would consider is, are we close to a big upgrade? And I would say no, because there's only the only thing I would really love to see if you refresh the shop is one Granny Danny to have a tankier front line.
True.
But there's a very small chance of getting a Granny on one single roll. So, and you have 18 coins. All you can do is one roll and buy 15. That's 18 exactly.
Yeah.
So the chance is so low that I prefer to keep my coins for the next level of the shop. So
got it.
I would go on match round.
Thank you for explaining that. So we'll go ahead and hit match.
Yeah, if you had a bunch more coins, maybe we can try and fish for an upgrade. But with just 18, it's not really worth it.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, interesting map. So what would you recommend in terms of formation?
Okay, so they have a Tranquil Flask, which means they have a Wilders and they heal. I would say, and this is kind of mirror match of Wilders, which is what I expect. I don't know for sure, but I expect that.
Yeah.
I would put Granny Danny. I would only fill the back 6 slots and not use the 3 on top.
Okay.
And I would obviously put Granny Danny top left of the bottom pack.
Okay.
I would also put my, I think, no, Damien can go behind Granny.
Okay.
And also I would put probably Parisa besides Damien on the back.
Okay.
Parisa on the back, on like the very far back.
Okay, I would
That's
agree
what I
with
would
that.
do.
Yes. Okay.
This positioning is pretty safe against Sylvina, for example, because Sylvina cannot jump the row in the middle where Parisa was, because there's no space on the other side of the board on that row. So we can always use Flora as a pseudo tank for strange units.
Yes.
They do. I expected 5 Wilders. Instead, they have a Brian, but they have a Lumont. So yeah, I would put Hewin just in the back,
Okay.
and Flora, like Hewin on the right of Parisa, and Flora on top of her, right?
Right. So something like this?
I would say Flora on top right, and I'd leave a space open in the middle.
Okay, gotcha.
You never know what happens if the opponent puts something on the triangle there near your units, and you don't want your healer to be the first one exposed to the attack. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
The unfortunate thing is that they now have Brian and Laika, which is a pretty powerful combination early on. So let's see how much damage they can dish out initially.
Okay. That ultimate in the beginning is huge, I think.
I still haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Okay, and Florbell. Ooh, that was a good stun. And mind you, we have more haste and more vitality than them because all our heroes are still alive due to the fragrant bag. So I think we're in a good position. I mean, that Haywin artifact makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that was a very nice pickup. I told you we were lucky to get it so early because it makes a huge difference.
Yes.
And also the fact that we only have one real tank and it's Granny Danny, but she has self-healing. When she entangles on the ground, she does self-heal. That also helps her be staying alive for her.
That was beautiful.
Turtle is spoilering, yes, because I have the delay of the stream. So you're saying things and I still haven't seen them.
All right, so now this is interesting because we got another Florbell. In my mind, I'm thinking we're definitely getting that. And then now we have Brian.
Okay, yeah, Flora for sure.
Flora for sure, so I'll go ahead and pick her up. And as for the Brians, you had mentioned earlier that Brian's more of like an early, like him and like a combine are more early, whereas like Florbell, Arden, and Parisa are more late. Well, Parisa is just all around really good, but
Well, the damage kind of skyrockets when she goes late. So yeah, I would definitely want to go late with the Pareza instead of early.
Yeah.
Instead, as opposed to a Brian where the damage is more fixed. So a fixed amount of damage is
Mm.
way stronger on the early game where people have low HP than on the late game. In this case, there's two Brians. The only thing I would consider is if they were three. So you get a legendary, and then you get a huge power spike right now.
Right.
But buying through two just gives you a yellow Brian to play with,
Yeah.
and it's just slightly better than what you have right now, and it
Yeah.
costs a lot of coins.
True.
So I would just leave it there and reroll to see what we can find.
Okay, so let's go ahead and reroll. Ooh, not. Is that another reroll that we should do?
I still have to see what comes
Oh,
up.
okay, yeah.
So there's only the 20 gold item that's worth considering. I don't know if it's worth picking, but it's worth considering.
Okay.
It does give you bonus damage on ulti and also life drain on ulti. And Parisa does kind of go nuts with the ultimates.
Okay.
So this Darkmoon Pendant could add a ton of damage to our team composition.
Okay.
However, there's a few items that I would like to get over this one. So I don't really want to kind of waste my first 20 coins on an item that's good but not great.
Okay.
Because what I'm looking for is a good tankish item for my granny,
that
and
makes sense.
another gaze for Flora. Because the instant ulti of Flora with the CC, because she knocks everything up, that's also very powerful. Even though she loses damage for 10 seconds, you get so much time by the CC early on. So I would roll this way. Although in many other situations, if I had a better frontliner or already had 2 or 3 items, that's an item I can consider.
Wow.
But not now.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and refresh the store again.
Yes, you can refresh again.
Oh, this is beautiful. So I already see something I like. It's the 3 Wilder.
See?
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay for Zero here, but I think
All right.
maybe you like what you see too.
Yeah, there's a cool pack we can buy. In this situation, I would buy the pack, and I'll tell you why. Because we have 3 heroes that are on 1 of 2. You have Arden, Granny, and Flora, which are about to go legendary if you find a copy. So let's say it could happen that we hit nothing, but there's a decent chance that we get at least 1 legendary by clicking that button.
Okay.
So it makes us more powerful if it happens. So I would buy the 3.
Okay. Ooh, Arden leveled up.
Okay. So now we have a reason to play Arden over, for example, Parisa in this instance, because he's legendary instead of she's still epic. The only other thing that's worth considering here, but I would skip, is the 20 gold item. You can read the item. It does give you 40% damage bonus, but you also take 40% more damage. You have kind of a cheat unit because Damien does go outside of the board, so he doesn't take more damage. He just deals more damage.
That is an interesting play. Yeah,
that's kind of a cheaty way of putting the item to work.
That's so cool.
Although we don't plan to play Damien in this specific composition, he would be good on other artifacts like Illusion Sensor, like the Tranquil Flask. Like other combinations can play Damien very good. This one doesn't really love a Damien, so yeah, I would say no in this case. So I would roll because you still have more than 20. You can still find a few upgrades.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and re-roll again.
Sneaky.
Oh
sneaky
my
tactic.
god. Yes. So we got another 3 Wilder, which we can't purchase now, but I do want to lock it. What would you do?
Yes, I would definitely lock the 3 Wilders. There's 1 more Damien we don't care about at this moment. So after locking, I would still go and reroll because 1 hero, after all, only costs 15. You can still find Flora or Granny.
True. Okay, so I'll go ahead and reroll again. Okay. So at this point, would you feel like 1 more reroll would be worth, or would you hold?
Let's see. Okay, so you are at 18. Yes, I would roll 1 more time to see if I can find an upgrade on the heroes.
Okay. Ooh, unlucky. All right. But we gave ourselves a chance.
Yeah, you roll, like it's not guaranteed to find anything. Right. So, okay, then in this situation we can match. And by the way, you see your Arden that is now legendary, and we have a chance to play him this time. He does have a coin icon on him because last time he was in your bench and you didn't play with Arden. So now he has a coin icon, and that means if you play with Arden this round, you will get 7 extra coins for playing with the guy. So I would hit match, and I would look for the opportunity to play the Arden and get 7 extra coins.
Okay, so I hit match. Now in terms of positioning, so it would be Granny and then, okay, so this is the map. So Granny I'll put in the front there, and then the other 2 units, would it be like, we're going to hold on Haywin, but would you say like we can place Arden?
They have the Pyro Catalyst. Probably a Miral is coming. We hope they don't really have the combo just yet.
Okay.
I will explain the combo in a second.
Okay.
I would say I can put in a position like this. I can put Flora top right, hidden by the wall.
Okay.
And also, I would say Brian on her left. Now we're still pretty early in the game, so I would like to play Brian over other units.
Got it. Okay. So kind of like this.
And yeah, and then probably we will field Hewin Narden just for the healer and the damage dealer.
Understood. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So for
let's see what they do.
Yeah, so they put.
All right.
I mean, we still need to be ready for Vala.
You don't have much to play here. You just put your units like Hewin can go in a single spot that's open on the side of Brian, between the wall and and just Arden can go, I would say, on the left.
Okay.
I would just choose a positioning of spreading out from left to right, because the ultimate of Miral, if it happens, is in a line. So it's better to have units spread out left to right, so the line doesn't hit everybody, right?
Right. True. True.
But Arden a little bit more in the back if you can, not in front.
Understood. Got it. Okay, I moved him a tile back.
So your chat is asking, do you know if you're playing against other people real time, or they are just bots playing with other people comps? And I don't know for sure, but I know that bots do play with other people comps, because my viewers on Twitch did find my comps and they fought against my comps. But I wasn't playing, so it was the AI commanding my comp. So that happens for sure. Okay. I don't know if I can rule out the possibility of real humans playing, but it certainly does happen that the AI commands the comp you played in the past and put it against other players.
I see. All right, so we won. We won.
Yeah, I don't know. I still have to win here.
Yeah. There's a delay for Zero, but yeah, we won. Our granny went down, but like the rest of the team carried quite well. So that was beautiful.
Yeah, Sizer, that would be me. He was the one finding me on the Honor Duel fights.
Oh, no way.
Your viewer found me.
That's so cool. All right, so I'm thinking we buy the 3 Wilder pack here.
Yes, we buy the Wilders, and those items don't say anything to me. So after the pack, I would probably just roll for new shop.
Oh, that was beautiful. Both Granny and Floorbell leveled up there.
That's great. That's a great 3-pack, because we now have 4 legendaries unit to play. That's great. Yeah. And now you roll.
Okay.
And you see if we can find a good item, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll. Ooh. Okay, so we got a 3-pack of Wilder again, and we also have a Haywin, and we also have that insta ult.
Oh, okay.
This is beautiful.
So now you have to start counting your coins, right?
Yeah. So we have 46 right now.
You have 46, but you can sell something.
Yes.
So potentially you can get 4 back if you sell Brian, +2 for Merlee, +2 for Damien. That would be 8 coins you can get back. That means you can get to 54. Now 54 is enough to buy the 53, which is 33 plus 20, right? So what I would say is you buy the 33 first, because Hewin is very good, and you will lock the Hewin for sure for later. But you see, Hewin is 1 out of 4 to go to Mythic. So if you buy her, you just gain nothing. In this round, you gain nothing. So Hewin is a lock for later. And I was going to be looking forward to buy the 3-pack plus the 20 gold item that gives another instant ultimate.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
I would buy the pack first.
Okay. All right. So I'm doing that. Okay. So we got 2 more grannies and a Leica.
That's fine. Now we only need to reach the 20 gold mark to buy the Gaze of Power.
Okay.
So you are on 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 13. Correct. So click on formation.
You can sell Merrily for sure.
Yep.
That's 2.
That's 2. Okay, so
and
I'll do
that.
You
need 5 more.
Yep.
Let me see which units can go 5. I think we have to say bye to Brian, even though he's been useful the last round.
Yeah.
Now we really want the item, and I still want the option to play 2 healers. So Damien is a better side option compared to Brian.
So we'll save him.
I would sell Brian and Leica.
Okay.
And buy the item.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, so now it's this item we're talking about. This one casts the ultimate once without costing energy. And we're going to give that to Floorbell.
Of course. Now, you do see it comes with a drawback. You deal 50% damage reduction. You have 50% damage reduction for 10 seconds. But the most important thing is that you knock the enemies up when the fight starts. And that's very strong, so I would go for this.
Okay, sounds good. All right. I feel pretty good about this, and we locked Haywin for later, and
Of course, yeah.
we'll go ahead and start the match.
Actually, for what your viewers were saying,
Yeah.
getting Mythic Hewin is huge because you would also get the 36% damage reduction. So if we can get there, it's awesome.
All right, so in terms of
So
position,
Snake and Snakes, why not sell 3 instead of Brian, since he was close to Legendary? Because I know that late game, Parisa is a more important unit over Brian, so I'm still trying to focus on what I want to hit for the late game and not for this specific round, if I can, without losing immediately, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Granny goes on top, and now I would put Florabelle top left.
Okay.
And also I would play Arden in the right, in the center right, if you can.
Okay, got it.
Flora top left and Arden center right.
Gotcha. Okay.
But top left to me is a little bit more on the left, not so exposed.
Like just, that.
In the 2 squares, in the first column, let's say.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
All right. This is what I would do. Now I still have the option of fielding a Damien that can kind of neutralize a Sylvina jump if it happens. Okay, it was Wilders, so we just play with Hewin in the back, in the center back, and then you play with Parisa, I would say on the left of Hewin, right?
Yeah, like this? Or maybe a little farther forward, or like in the center, or...
I would keep her the most distant I can. So on the left of Hewin, but back is very good.
Gotcha. Okay. And in terms of Florabelle positioning, you were trying to tell me earlier, did you want me to move like her 1 tile back? Florabelle?
No, that's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
To me, that is my top left is that one for me.
Oh, okay, got it. That's how I interpret it.
I don't want her. Yeah, I don't want her to be exposed. Granny can take the first hits, but she needs to be there to defend from units coming to my healer. So she's kind of in a middle position where she will attract attackers if they pass by.
I see. Okay, we took down their Granny really early, and their team is going down pretty quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was amazing. Holy.
So we have a very good artifact that gives haste until somebody dies. But if nobody dies, we really have 30 haste on every hero. So our team is on steroids until we get taken down. So
yeah, exactly. That's amazing. Okay. So I'm thinking we take Haywin.
I don't see the Haywin just yet, but it was the one locked from before.
Yeah, locked from before.
So there's one more gaze, but at this point we have enough. So 2 is enough in this team.
Okay.
You have 98 coins. Okay. It's okay. You can buy Hewin and start rolling to see if we can find good items or upgrades for Granny or Hewin, for example. Got
it. So I'm going to take Hewin. I'm going to re-roll once. Okay, and I don't really see anything useful in the next re-roll in terms of characters.
Yeah, at this point, I don't see anything very useful.
So we re-roll again.
We could decide. I mean, we could spend 20 for the Parisa item I was talking about before, but it's not. She's still epic, so it's not going to be super impactful. I would roll for better things here.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to roll again. Oh, I see an Arden.
In terms of what I'm looking for right now is a tanky item for my Granny, which is my only tank, and also a bony amulet, which is a 20 gold item for my Arden. In this case, I would certainly buy the Stalwart helmet. It's the 20 gold item. That's the helmet. It does give you 40% damage reduction, damage taken, but also 40% damage dealt reduction. But Granny is not really there to deal damage. She's there to soak the damage. So it's a great item to put on the Granny Dani. I would certainly snap that one. Okay, and then we'll equip that to Granny. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and that solves our squishy tank problem. She's the only line of defense you have against enemies attacking your backline. So the more she can stay alive, the better. It doesn't matter if she will deal 40% less damage. The damage will come from Arden, Praise, and Flora. Don't worry about that. Yeah. So she just needs to stay alive.
That makes sense.
And then Arden, I would lock and then keep rolling. In fact, I have that's a strange decision, and I have an emote from my channel I can use here. Let's see if your chat can see this. So I have a lock and roll emote because it's almost like a rock and roll. Because this is my signature play. So you lock and roll. Why do I do this? Because Arden is 0 out of 4. Is very distant from an upgrade. So if you spend 15 coins on Arden now, you're getting no bonus for the next round.
True.
I would very much like to see, for example, double Parisa, or double Hewin, or double Granny, or a Bone Amulet for my Arden, which are all things that would make my team stronger in this round. If I don't see those, when you're closing to 15 coins, then maybe I will buy the Arden, right?
That makes so much sense. Yeah, and I wasn't even thinking that around this time we would see a double Parisa. So does that happen on a level 4 store? Because that's where we're
It
at, right?
does. It can.
It
Let's say
can?
it can. It can. It happens very much more frequently on level 5 store, but it can happen right now.
Wow. Okay,
So
so
you
we're
still want to
gonna...
have coins available if that happens,
Okay,
right? So you roll with an Arden locked.
got
Now,
it.
of course, you don't want to lock too many things and then rolling, because then you're spending 3 just to refresh a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
You want to reroll when many cards are open, but
Yes.
just one Arden can be locked.
Okay, so I had just rolled and I see a lot of things.
All right, that was not bad. So the first thing I advise you to do before you misclick is lock the good things, and then you think about it. That's a good strategy.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you lock the Granny, you lock the 3-pack, you lock the second Arden, and then you count your coins and you see, what can I do with my coins? So in this situation, I already did like kind of some math, and you can buy the 3-pack, and if something cool happens, you can also afford one more hero. So let's say the 3-pack is super lucky and it's triple Arden, you can buy the 4th one. Or if it's one Granny, you can buy the mythic Granny. So I would just go on and snap the triple pack there.
Okay, so I'm gonna click the triple pack there. Let's see what happens. So we got a Haywin, a Leica, and an Arden.
So Heaven is definitely good because she's now one of Mythic.
Yeah.
And Arden is also virtually one of Mythic because you have one, but there's 2 in the shop. So the only thing you could do right now is one more roll before having to buy. Because yes, we have something to sell. We can make 4 coins back if we sell Lyca and Damin, for example. So you can still roll and find a 20 that is useful. You can find a Hewin that would be useful. So I would do just one more roll and see what happens.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to do one more roll. Okay, and it didn't really give us any Hewin or...
All right, and there was also not the item I'm looking for. It's called Bone Amulet for my Arden. It's kind of like a necklace made of bones, and that's very strong on Arden. So if there was that one, we could have sold Leica and bought the item. In this case, I would just say you buy, for example, now there's a little trick, but let's say you buy the Granny and you match. There's nothing too heavy here. There's just the fact that maybe a double pack can show up. So if you buy the Granny, she's 3 out of 4, and then if a double pack shows up, you end up wasting 1 because
you
go
has happened to me before, yeah.
But it's let's forget about that for now. Let's just buy the Granny and match.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I bought the Granny. We'll go ahead and match.
All right. We still have 2 HP, by the way. So 1 game loss would not be terrible, and we hope we can go at least. Like when you're in the beginning, with 4 wins you break even, you get 0 points. With 5 wins you start winning. Oh. So let's see if we can go win points.
So I put my Granny there.
So of course you play the Granny on top, right?
Yeah.
Then you put Flora top right, behind the wall.
Yep.
Like very very top right.
Okay.
And you also put your Arden just near her.
Okay, like that.
One thing I was not mentioning up till this point is that I usually click on the opponent artifact just to be sure what it does, and also which augment they picked, because the augment sometimes gives you a hint on what they will play. For example, you see they have Graveborn max HP. There's a good likelihood they have some Graveborns. Now, sometimes they had no good choice. They had to pick something that they cannot use, but it does tell me that maybe there's some Graveborns there. So it can mean Sylvina, for example, right?
Right. True. Okay, so I have to keep that back in mind. So now we have 2 Maulers and a Graveborn. So,
all right.
Now I definitely want to put Hewin. In terms of positioning, where would you recommend I put her? Should I?
So I would just go Hewin in the middle spot, the single spot in the middle.
Okay.
And Parisa probably very very bottom left, like the same positioning we did last time, right?
This one right here.
And this, I see there's a bunch of Maulers, and Riss is a very dangerous unit.
Yeah.
So I hope he's not going to be able to one-shot the entire team. Let's see how it goes.
His artifact just heals the front unit, so I think, but we'll see.
Yeah, he was going to be more dangerous if there's like with an offensive artifact, right?
Yeah.
Offensive item.
Okay. Well, he has 3 different factions. Let's see.
Well, it's not really. I mean, it's not advisable to play 3 different factions if you can avoid it. So, but I don't know. Maybe they found a good combination. Let's see.
Okay, think we're doing good so far. I don't want to jinx it, but I mean,
You
maybe
don't
a
want to
little more
jinx.
healing would be nice, but I think we're. Hmm.
Oh, for your chat, by the way,
Yeah.
Wrist plus Falling Dagger is getting patched. Is getting patched tomorrow. So
Oh,
today was the last day you could use the. There was a bugged item on Wrist. The
okay.
opponent is not using it, but there was, and it's getting patched away tomorrow. So
Hmm.
no more infinite ultimates with your Wrist, guys.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry.
That's amazing that you guys know of that combo. Okay, we got a win with 3 allies
That's
remaining.
awesome.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
It was tough though. We started losing units there.
Yeah, yeah. Was that because of Reese? Because Reese is.
There was the artifact that after 30 seconds dealt a ton of damage to your team every 15. So they kind of lasted enough for the artifact to start meteorizing your your backline.
Oh,
So
was that what
that
happened?
happened.
Okay, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that
Wow.
happened. So now I see the shop. I would instantly buy the 3-pack
Okay.
because we have Granny and Hewin that are about to go to Mythic, and we
Yeah.
hope we can find at least one there.
Yep. And we ended up with 2 Lycas and a Parisa.
All right, could have been better. Then I would say click the roll and see if we can find, because now you still have a bunch of coins,
Yeah.
and the most important thing is not a pair of Ardents that go 3-4.
Yeah.
We need a Hewen or a Granny, right? So
Yeah,
let's
that's
try
true.
to roll
Okay,
once,
so I'm gonna roll
and we'll see what
once.
happens.
Okay, and
Or
we.
good items, right? Or good
Right.
items.
So we didn't find a Haywin or a Granny, but I do see more items.
Yeah, but these don't look strong to me. We can
Okay.
roll again.
All right, so I'm gonna roll again. Ooh, okay. So
Yeah,
we
you have a
have.
bunch of gold.
Yeah, we have another 3-pack of Wilder that we rolled
All right,
into.
so if the items are not worth it, no, then definitely just go ahead and buy the 3-pack.
Okay.
I mean, we failed with one, but we can try again.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 2 Floribels and 1 Granny. Nice. So Granny just
Okay,
upgraded
that's
to
cool.
Mythic. Mm-hmm.
So how much gold do we have? 21, and we can sell a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So you can still roll one more time to see if a good item pops up.
Okay.
And if not, we will probably spend the coins buying one Arden because nothing else can be done.
Okay. So I'm
But
gonna.
let's see. Maybe. Oh no, maybe we can still hit the Hewen, right? So
Oh,
yeah,
true.
we can definitely roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. Ooh. So another Floribel appeared.
That's good because she's also 3 on 4.
Mm-hmm.
I would say at this point you lock the Flora
Okay.
and you roll one last time just to see if a Hewen comes up.
Oh.
If Hewen doesn't come up, we.
Yeah, Tokume knows. Block and roll. Okay, so I locked Flora and I'm gonna roll one more time. Okay.
Yeah, let's lock and roll.
Haywin did not appear.
Yeah, because there's also a little hidden rule in the shop. You see there's some items, so if you lock heroes and then you reroll, probably the items are just going to reroll into more items. There's a low chance you get more heroes.
I did not
So
know
if you lock
that.
the items, you get heroes when you roll. If you lock the heroes, you will get items when you roll. But it was still worth it to give it a try.
I didn't
And
know
also
that.
we were looking for a 20 gold item, the bone amulet for Arden.
Oh.
So even if you reroll just items, it was kind of okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, another shock in the chat for this.
Yeah,
interesting
I did
deck
not know
right there.
about that. That's amazing. All
So
right.
we just buy the Flora, let's say, and we hit match.
All right. So that's what we'll do. That's amazing. Like, how would you? I guess it comes from experience, right? Because I see with your spreadsheet every live stream doing a bunch of honor duel matches, you've probably seen a pattern like that.
Yeah, I've seen many games, so I kind of learned how the shop works, how the positioning works, how the hero works, every item combination with the hero. So yeah, it's all in my head though.
So where do I put Granny? Because this map makes me Monka.
Oh, this is dangerous. You don't put the Granny. This is attack. Just put because you need to see where the opponents are first before putting Granny down.
Got it.
So this map is very difficult. I would go Flora far back in the left.
Okay.
Arden far back in the right.
Okay.
And also, I would expose Parisa just in the side of Arden.
Got it. Like that? Oh, like this?
Far back to me is the last row, so far back.
Okay. So like.
And then Parisa would take the spot of Arden. Then you can swap Parisa and Arden. Then.
Oh, okay. I hope I did that correctly.
It's okay. Yeah.
All right.
At the last second, I see now. At the last second, you did exactly what I wanted. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And then where do I put Granny? This map makes me Monka so much.
Okay, we have a very big problem, but okay, Granny does have to go on in front of. This is very difficult because they have a Cessia with an item that gives immediate ultimate, and it's very dangerous.
Okay.
Although I would say Granny goes in front of Cessia probably.
Yeah, okay.
because I want the granny to hit her as fast as possible. She can entangle and then kill her. And then Hewin has to go, I would say, in front of Flora, like on the side of Flora, on the very far left.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just cross your fingers, because the
Right.
fire dance item on Cessia is very strong.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're going to be able to survive the Mr. Carlyle that's going to come out.
Okay.
We also have a bunch of immediate ultimates, right? To make
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so both Flora and yeah, but Mr. Carlyle is putting in work. Oh, but we took out Mr. Carlyle.
They also had a set in the middle coming down. That was tough.
Yeah, but we took out. Now I'm concerned. Oh, Parisa died, but Haywin. Okay. Oh, that was their floor bill, not ours. Okay. And that Reese is.
There's also a Reese in the enemy team comp, which is very dangerous. So yeah, there's a bunch of things
their Seth
that were difficult.
So now it's just Reese and their Lumont. Okay, we just took out Lumont. Okay, it's just 4v1. I think we're okay. Haywin ulted, so I think we're safe. Ooh, nice.
So we did overcome the kind of mixed maulers with an instant ultimate Cessia. That was
a cool tech on their part. GG easy.
GG. Yeah. I was also I have another emote under approval, which is easy 9. When you go easily to 9.
Oh, dude.
We're cruising to 9.
Cruising to 9. That's awesome.
So here I would roll for Hewin.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll once. Okay, we got a 3 Wilder pack.
Then I would say you buy that, because it's the same situation as before. There's a Hewin and a Flora that can go to Mythic, so you would want to try at least hitting one of those.
Okay, we did hit a Haywin, a Parisa, and a Damien. So Parisa upgrades and Haywin upgrades.
Awesome. That is actually awesome. So now we can do one thing if you want.
Okay.
I would say I would spend a word on the hunting armor that's in the shop. It's 20 gold, and it's an armor that says your unit, when it receives a fatal blow, it will stay alive for 5 more seconds, and it's invincible. Okay. So it kind of saves one of your backliners for 5 more seconds if they're about to die. If you are afraid of dying with a unit like Parisa or Arden that is squishy, you can buy this armor and put it there.
That sounds...
However, in this situation, I would still lock and roll, like the emote says, because you can lock the armor and try to find a Flora bill first, which is a more important upgrade for your team compared to the hunting armor. Okay, so I lock and then I roll. Exactly. Okay, so it just shows a Brian, which is not what we're after. Brian is not what we're after. So you can roll once or twice again, trying to look for a Flora or one Arden, because also Arden would go to Mythic, right? You have 2 in the shop. So. Oh, that is true. Okay, so I'm going to roll again. Ooh, that was a Damien, though. The Damien would level up. Like the arrow got you. Yeah, but we have a 3 Wilder pack here. Would that be worth? Okay, then definitely just buy the 3 Wilders. Let's see if we can hit the Flora. Okay. Ooh, so that was Haywin, Parisa, and Granny, which is unfortunate. Yeah, because 2 were already Mythic. Yeah. And also, we were trying to hit the Flora Bell, so I can give another dad joke, one of those. So you can let the Wilders hit the Flora if you But that's just for putting myself in ridiculous. And okay, now we don't have enough coins. I would say, we can, because we can sell somebody. So you can roll once more and see if something comes up. Now, do we lock the Damien? Yeah, chat is dying. Sorry for the joke. Do we lock the Damien or do we re-roll? No, we don't play the Damien. Okay, all right. So we're gonna re-roll. Ooh, okay. So here's another 3 pack. I mean, obviously we can't buy it, but we should maybe lock it. Yeah, we should lock it, because Flora is 1 off from being Mythic, and also Arden, right? Because there's 2 in the shop. So you just lock the pack. Now you go sell your Leica. You sell your Leica and you buy 1 Arden. Okay. Actually, wait a second. Yeah. If you sell both Leica and Damien, you can buy the hunting armor. Oh, okay. Do you recommend that we do that? Yeah, because buying an Arden is not an upgrade in your team. The Arden is the same as now, but buying the hunting armor gives you an upgrade, because one of your heroes doesn't die. So that's making you stronger this round immediately, and you don't want to lose HP. So everything that makes you stronger is slightly better than something that doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to sell Damien and Leica, both of them. Yep, you can sell Damien and Leica. You make 10 coins. You go up to 22, and you can buy 20, the armor. And the hunting armor goes, I would say, on Parisa right now. Yeah, she's I'm thinking that. Yeah, okay. And I mean, also Arden is kind of squishy, but between the 2, in this moment, I prefer Parisa to stay alive, because she's dishing out way more damage. So yeah, true.
Okay, so we'll go ahead
So
and
we
hit
got our
that.
final comp. It's
Yeah.
almost online.
Yeah.
We are 1 of Flora, 1 of Arden, and 3 of Parisa. Let's match and see if we can go to 9.
Okay. All right. So this is the wide open field. So they have the rock necklace, and they chose
the rock
Wilder.
necklace. So in the open field, you have Granny on the front,
Okay.
and also you will play with Parisa in the far back, because she now she has a hunting armor, so you're not afraid of somebody targeting her, because she cannot die in the beginning.
Yeah.
And also at this point, I would put Arden in the no, far back, exactly, far back. Okay, it's there. So Arden would go for me in the. Oh no, let's put Flora top left, like we did the other time. Let's
Okay.
put Flora top left.
Like this, but a little further from Granny, like that.
Yeah, like the other time, the very top left, not near Granny, but one further.
Got it. Okay, so we'll stick with this.
Yeah, so now that I have a hunting armor on Parisa, I like to use her as a target, because even if there's, for example, Vala there, she doesn't immediately die, right? She pops the hunting armor but stays alive.
Right. Okay. So there was a Leica, Haywin, and Arden. So now.
Okay, that's fine. So you just put Arden, mirror it with Parisa, and Haywin in the center, between them. And you have a strong backline. Your Flora is on the left, and Granny is tanking the damage.
Okay.
And that's all we can do. And then
Haywin right behind Granny. Okay.
No, Haywin 2 squares behind.
Oh.
And Arden on the left, like Parisa is far in the back. Also, Arden can be far in the back.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Like that.
Because they are ranged units with 5 range. So if the enemy wants to attack me and they are melee, I want them to make all the squares they can. So
to reach the back. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay.
They have a strong mythic Arden, so it's going to be hard to fight that one, but let's see how it goes.
Okay, well, we have the Floor Belt ult to interrupt him immediately. Ooh. Oh, okay, we took out their Haywin and their Leica. That's good.
Okay, then if Wilder versus Wilder, you take down the healer first, you probably win.
Yeah, oh wow, we 5-0'd that. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's go easy 9, right?
Yeah, that's right. Holy. Ooh, okay, so we got we got 3 Ardens. Okay, so what's the play, you think? I'm thinking...
Okay, then, first of all, you do still want to buy the pack, because maybe there's a Flora or a Parisa there.
True.
So you buy the pack first,
okay,
because then if an Arden is in there, you don't need to buy all the 3 Ardens that are on the ground.
That's true,
so
that's
buy
true.
Buy the multiple pack first.
Okay, so that's what
and
I'll
then we
do.
see what happens.
So we got a Granny, like, and Parisa, which is a little unfortunate, but Parisa did level up 1, so now we're 2 away.
All right, so then this is so many Ardens that I would just buy them free. You go to Mythic Arden. That's a good upgrade for your team.
Okay, so...
At this point, how much gold do you have left?
We have 79.
Yeah, just buy the 3 Arden. That's for sure happening. Okay. So if something is happening for sure, you can do that. It's not...
Okay. All right, so Arden is Mythic now. We have 34 left.
Yeah, Mythic Arden, and we should have some amount of gold left. We just like to see, is 34 plus 2 from the Leica we can sell, so it's technically 36.
Okay.
So we have two rolls where we can still have 30 to buy double Parisa, or go for the single Flora. So let's start rolling once at least.
Okay, so I'm going to roll once. Ooh, nope.
Then let's see the items, because I don't see them just yet. If I see a powerful item, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Okay, not really, so roll again.
Okay. Nope. It was just double Haywin, double Brian.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah.
So, like, the game was trying, but... All right, no. Then you just roll once more, because now the only chance is finding 1 Flora, right? The Parisa is off the table now.
Yeah.
That means you will never be able to buy 2 Parisas. If you find 1, you just lock and roll, because you cannot buy the double Parisa, even if you find her.
Yeah.
So what we got here was another defensive item, Grannies. No, I just roll again.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry this video is taking longer, but that's because we're winning, so...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll probably edit this video, so...
Yeah, okay. This could have been a 20-minute video, but we would have lost 0-3, so we have to...
Yeah.
All right, so you lock the fire dance, which is the sword.
Okay.
Your chat is going crazy, because they know that's the good item.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have 40 gold to buy it now.
Right.
But if we get here next round, we will buy that for Parisa for sure.
Okay.
So just I think we roll again because that was the only thing we liked here.
Okay, so we're gonna.
You can still find one Flora for 15 gold, right?
True.
So you keep rolling now.
Yep.
There's even a turtle on fire for your emotes. That's
yeah, that's right. That's right. All these emotes we actually cooked in 3 different live streams, and over time we got more emotes.
Just roll again.
Okay. Grannies keep showing up. So we're down to 16.
Yeah, this happens.
So do you think?
So
like we sell
you can still roll once more because if you sell the Leica, you get 2 more coins.
Got it. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Not to be.
So if Flora showed up, you could sell Leica and buy the Flora.
Yeah, but she didn't. So at this point, we just.
All right, and there's nothing cool there. So you just I guess you just hit match and see what happens. Okay. Oh wait. Now that Arden is mythic, I would put the hunting armor on Arden because I wanted to protect my Parisa before, but now he's mythic, so he's a better target to be protected by.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes logical sense. All right, and then we just hit match.
Oh, they want you to hydrate, okay, and right. I would also take the chance.
Yeah. I'm learning so much. I mean, there's just probably like 5 or 6 things that I didn't know before that now I feel like I can dominate in this mode a little bit more. All right, so
now you move the armor so you can match.
Yep. Itching for reset.
Oh, we're itching for reset. We got to be fast to easy 9. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got 10 minutes. Wow, time is flying.
Let's go. We can go. Yeah. We can go for 9.
All right. Okay, so this map. So, oh god, Breeze Rider. Okay.
It's okay though, we have instant ulti of Ewan with damage reduction because she's mythic. So you just put the granny on the front, you try to hide.
Thank you.
There's a follow, I don't know, is it for me, for you? I see people following my channel, thank you guys,
that's
but they're also following you.
That's awesome. All right.
So just hide the Arden on the left, on the bottom left behind the wall.
Okay.
And you can put Florabelle far in the back.
Okay. Kind of like that.
So Arden, is correct there, where I see you placed him, and Flora just far in the back of the field. Okay, that's okay. Okay. So I'm not really concerned because they have a Breeze Rider, so they don't have ultimates, right? So there's nothing that can really. I mean, there's something that can touch us, of course, but they don't have ultis. So let's see what they field.
All right, so they field Merrily, Cassidy, and Lucius, and we do have to be mindful of Vala to some extent.
Yes, I would put, let's say, Parisa in front of Arden, and Hewin in front of Flora. That's what I would do.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and with that position,
I hide both my carries on behind the wall.
Okay.
And I hide my healer between 2 mid shields, right? The Flora and the...
Yeah, oh, that's so smart. I like it. Okay.
And then we hit confirm, and we see if we can beat this guy.
All right.
She does, the opponent does have a few mythic units with a strong artifact, so this is going to be a tough matchup.
Okay. And the ball did target Florabelle. Ooh.
Okay, unfortunately, there was a ball targeting on the left, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that Breeze Rider is really taking me out.
Yeah.
Oh, but Art. Oh, that was so close. He blocked a fatal blow, but Cassidy survived. Wow, that was close.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're right. This was very close. They were very powerful, so we have to accept the loss and try a new one.
Yep.
But now we have the fire dance in the shop, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we got restores allied heroes 1% of max HP and 10 energy per second.
Nice. We did upgrade to level 2 artifacts.
So let's
see your shop.
Okay.
I would buy the fire dance there.
Okay. And who would you recommend we equip?
That goes on Parisa for sure.
Okay. And
then you just roll and find your Flora if you can, or double Parisa if you can. The only other thing I would think about is probably a Crimson Abyss. It's an item for 40 gold that has the shape of a horn. So you can roll and see what comes up.
Okay, so this is what I rolled into.
Nothing. You can
roll again. Okay. Is that a horn?
Yeah, the delay is making this slower.
I don't think that's
roll again. There's nothing. You roll again.
Okay.
I mean, when I say
Oh,
there's nothing,
Crimson
you should
Abyss.
actually take
This
a
is
look
it.
at every item. But
Yeah.
I know them in my head, so I know there's nothing good.
Yeah.
There is a Crimson Abyss here.
So we
All
pick it
right.
up
So you can
or
buy
lock
the
it.
Crimson Abyss. That's a very good one.
Okay, so I'll buy it.
And yeah, and you put the Crimson Abyss on Hewin in place of the Gaze of Power.
Okay.
The Gaze that we bought on round 2 was very helpful to carry us to 7 wins.
Yeah.
But now the Crimson Abyss for 40 is much stronger, so we just make a switch.
Consumes 30% of max HP to cast ultimate rather than use energy. Increases ultimate cooldown by 10.
Yeah, it just lets her use the ulti using life, but then the ulti gives her the life back, so she's really free ulti for forever.
Oh, got it. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, and then we roll.
Yeah, then I would roll for new stuff. I hope I can get one Florable, right?
Yeah, I would
because
love
we
that.
we have 1 HP, so.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, so I guess roll again. No.
Yeah, roll again.
It's looking like another roll.
Then we're reaching the point of Parisa is no longer purchasable for 30.
Okay.
So now you just roll for Flora, and if you see a Parisa, you lock and roll, and that's.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Because wasting the coins on Parisa now is doing nothing because you cannot get her to Mythic.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
There's a Flora. Okay, so I'm going to purchase. Okay, so now Florabelle's Mythic. Nice.
And then you would go match like this.
Okay.
By the way, yeah, you can match. There was a good item in the shop that you rolled away, but it's not really a big concern because with the items we have, I'm pretty fine. I'm happy with the items we have. Just for the viewers, there was a Grandmaster Crown, an item that is pretty good one when you have mythic units, and there was also the Bone Amulet for Arden. But I'm quite happy having the Haunting Arbor for him. Now. Oh, the opponent is on Snow Herb Carolina, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you do the usual things, but instead this time you keep the Arden, and you just put Flora in the top left, and you hide Parisa with her on the left wall. I want my Arden because there's a chance Sylvina will show up, and I really want the Hunting Armor to be available.
Sorry,
so Flora in front of where Arden was. Flora in front of where Arden was, and Parisa just behind the wall with Flora.
Okay, got it. Okay, done.
So you hide all your units, and if Sylvina shows up, you put the Arden with the Hunting Armor on Sylvina.
Okay. So there was an Eagle and Carolina and Haywin. So
okay, there might still be a Sylvina. Don't be fooled by that.
Okay.
So you just put Arden way in the back, and Haywin one in front of Arden.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay, so it's kind of like this.
You can even go Hewin in the corner, actually.
Oh.
But it's up to you.
Okay, like corner on the Sylvina, left of Arden?
Yeah, because Igor is in the corner on the left, so Sylvina will never be able to jump my Hewin there, right?
Oh, wow, you're right.
They already have a spot occupied from Igor, so there cannot be a Sylvina that jumps there.
I see. Okay. Seems like...
Yeah, they have a very strong Carolina, so we hope we don't just Giga explode in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also have Mythic Hewin with free ulti. This is going to be tough.
Ooh.
But when you reach 7, 8, or 9 wins, it's always tough, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So they had a Sylvina, actually, and the Sylvina jumped the Granny Dani, which is good, right? Because she's pretty tanky.
Yeah.
So we're okay with that happening. Like, if you mess up your positioning and Sylvina goes on the healer, you instantly lose the fight.
I see.
So you have to be experienced and careful in this kind of matchups.
I think we're doing great.
We do have kind of an advantage here, which is the typing advantage, the faction. We are Wilders against Graveworms, so we have the damage bonus for that.
It's so funny. I never thought about the type bonus ever until right now. That's amazing you have that memorized.
Yeah. All right, we're running short on time. The reset is about to come. You can go to 9.
Okay.
Find your double Parisa.
Yeah, okay.
Find your double Parisa and go to 9.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't even think anything else. You can go on your own now, because any item you can find, yes, we could debate on the items, but your comp is really very fine. You can roll till you go down to 30. You even have your Leica to sell if you need. Just don't miss a Parisa, and that's about it.
Okay.
This is a masterclass in Honor Duel. Thank you, Mr. City. I hope you're learning through this.
Still re-rolling.
So now this is one of the spots in which you can be lucky or unlucky, but you can't do anything right now. You just look for your Parisa, and if it's there, that's good. If it's not, then you play with legendary Parisa. There's nothing you can do. I hope this was a good showcase for your chat that yes, there's RNG in this game, but with correct decisions, we got to 8 wins. Now, even if we don't find the Parisa and
Oh,
we lose
double
to 8 and we don't
Parisa.
get
There we
9,
go. Found it. Okay,
You found
sweet.
her?
Yeah, found her. So we got the full mythic. Oh my god,
awesome. Then you
huge.
can match.
Okay.
You can match, and I expect a 9 from you now.
Yes. Wow, this
You
is
see many very little decisions that do change things around. So
Yeah.
the Sylvina covering, the Val covering, the carries behind the wall, hide your healer, keep your unit for the second phase. There's just too many things to say. You just have to play or see someone that plays well, and you will learn a ton of things. Like there's nothing else you can do.
Yes.
Oh, we are against one of the most dreadful combos. They have the Pyro Catalyst level 2. They probably have a Mirror that deals a ton of damage. So I would just put change things up. Just put Granny in the front in the triangle and try to, because she can attack the Mirror if she's there, and use Flora as in the bottom as a meat shield.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yep.
And you just put Hewen very far back. But I would say you keep. No, Flora a little bit more, like 2 squares ahead for Flora, and Hewen far in the back.
Oh, got it. Okay. Oops, I didn't have time for Hewen to move, but okay, so I did
that's
that.
okay. She's still on the back, right? She's still on the back.
Okay, and then
Arden. That's okay. So now Arden is very far in the back, and Parisa is in front of Arden. I would say don't use the rightmost column. Don't use that.
Okay. So something like this.
Okay, there's Mirel with a ton of damage. I hope she doesn't just one-shot everything, but we can't do anything. So just click play and cross your fingers. There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
I even tried to put Granny on the left to give her a different target than the bunch of people on the bottom, but it's not going to work every time. So
we took out.
We also have healers.
Oh, okay. It's actually going pretty well.
We do have a bunch of strong units in CC, so maybe we can do something here.
Thank you guys for the follows. Appreciate you. And I hope you guys are following LeleZero, by the way, who's been coaching us to this 9 wins. Oh my god, beautiful. With a beautiful set of, oh my god, I gotta screenshot this. Holy. So
Parisa, my beloved. Parisa is my favorite unit, by the way. So she's like my beloved unit. I'm very happy that we got to 9. And of course, we couldn't say all in one session. I hope the guys found it interesting and funny. You got all your reset to play now, so we will say bye to
yes,
YouTube,
absolutely. Just want to say thank you so much, LeleZero, for being here. This was a blast, and I learned so much from you, and chat learned so much from you. Those of you guys who haven't already, please follow LeleZero. He live streams pretty much like would you say like every day or quite often, right, for AFK Journey.
I'm trying to stream every day from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is Central Europe time. I do sometimes bonus stream on Saturdays and Sundays. So every day for me is the working week, like Monday to Friday. But sometimes I do bonus streams. So yeah, just if you like the content of AFK Honor Duels, just give me a follow and we'll see you live.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, on YouTube, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And we do live stream on Twitch as well. We love AFK Journey. We're quite passionate with this game. So do check us out on Twitch as well. We will catch you in the next YouTube video. Bye-bye.